Hi folks, it's Pete here from Ashton's Cars, and today I'm showing you around a 2013 Ford Mondeo. It's the 2-litre TDCI Titanium model. In fact, actually it's the Titanium X model. That's the top of the range on the 2013 year of these cars. So this is the all singing, all dancing model with a full leather interior, front and rear parking sensors, upgraded wheels, and a few other extras that I'll show you as we go around the car. Now, the Mondeo was once one of Britain's best-selling cars. They don't make them anymore, and I'm quite sad about that. They stopped making them a couple of years ago because Ford is now focusing on cars like the Cougar, sort of SUV style, all singing, all dancing, people mover vehicles. But a Mondeo, to my mind, is a better car. And the reason for that is it's sleeker, it's got more space, better boot in my opinion, because it's a longer car, longer wheelbase, and it's, to my mind, a proper traditional family car. They're very good on fuel. I think they're a good looking vehicle as well. I think maybe because they're so common on our roads, we seem to perhaps take them for granted a little bit. But when you look at this car with its black coachwork, Panther black, which is the metallic, it's got some nice silver gills there on the side. The bonnet is nicely sculpted. It's got the nice LED lights on the front. I think it is a genuinely good looking vehicle, this. Of course, it's a mainstream car, so it tends to be that we take it for granted that it's that good looking. But I think it's much more exciting to drive a Mondeo than it is, for example, a Ford Cougar. So I actually miss this type of car. So anyway, this is a 2013. As you can see, it's in good condition. It's got 17-inch wheels on it. One or two little marks if I was being very particular on the coachwork, but there's nothing that'll show up on camera. It's at the end of the day a 9-year-old car, and it's done 101,000 miles. So for that age and mileage, it's in excellent condition. Coming around the back, I think they do look good from every angle, these cars, and one of the reasons I like the Mondeo. Look at the size of the boot. It's colossal. It's absolutely huge. And it's got split seats, which makes it practical. I don't really see how these SUVs are any more practical, to be honest with you. I've got wind deflectors here on the left. Now, I took those off when I had the car valeted, simply because we wanted it put back to standard and wanted everything immaculate on the car. But they can be refitted for you. I've got the clips there to do it, if you want them. So I've left them in the boot, and the new owner can decide what they want to do with that. It's sort of a bit of a Marmite thing, I think, those wind deflectors. Some people seem to love them, some people find them a bit off-putting. Okay, so as you can see, we've got quite a heavy tint to the rear three quarters of this car. That's factory on a Titanium X. It is the top of the range model, so it has got a few extras that you wouldn't find on the normal cars. Outside, it's limited the changes really. You have got that tint, you've got a bit of extra chrome trim, and you've got a nicer set of wheels, 17-inch alloy wheels on this model. The car is keyless. I've got the fob just inside the car, so I'll take you inside and we'll start it up in just a second. First of all, let's just take a look at the back compartment. Now, this is what you're paying your money for on a Titanium X. Beautiful leather in this car. I love the way it's piped with a white piping. It's really, really soft to the touch. It's a quality leather on this car. Lovely cup holders there built into the armrest. It's a really nice place to be, and there's plenty of room back here for 5 people in total in the car. You know, you'd easily get 3 full-size adults on this rear bench. You have even got 12-volt sockets in the middle there. You can see the leather stitching on that front seat. It's full leather, this is, mind. And that's why a Titanium X costs more than a normal Mondeo, a large portion of it. This interior has got a different feel to a regular Ford. Moving on to the front. More leather, electric height adjustment on the driver's seat as well. Nicely laid out cabin. They're a very nice wide car. They do feel quite a wide vehicle when you're in them. They're quite a long vehicle as well. I mean, I think they're well over 2 meters in width and getting on for 5 meters in length for the Mondeo, so it's a big car. extra little things like a switch here which folds your mirrors electrically when the ignition's on. Let me just jump in and I'll switch it on for you. So you start the car with this push button here. As long as you've got your foot on the clutch, that should start it. And you flick through a menu here which has got various things. It's telling me my key battery's low, but obviously that's something that we always replace anyway on them when they before they're sold on. So here we have the Mondeo's interior with most of the controls running through this center display here. I've got a lovely stereo system here. It is semi-touch screen, but it has got also a dial here which I can use to do some of the controls as well on it. If I press maps, I've got the full navigation system on it. Let's just turn that down so we've got the volume down a little bit. As you can see, we've got the full navigation system on the car. It's got Bluetooth phone input, although I haven't put my phone on it at the minute because I'm too frightened it'll cut you guys off if I do. I can put my navigation system in there. It's really quite a simple system to use, but it's a very effective system because it does everything I need it to. Other things that I have, front here heated screen, which you don't get on many cars. Ford tend to be one of the few manufacturers that offer that. That's very handy in the winter. We've got a 6-speed manual gearbox here. I've got additional climate control features that I can actually do through this screen as well, which is quite cool. But I can also change the temperature using that dial. And I like that. I like the fact they kept the dials there, because too many cars run everything through this screen now. Just my opinion, but it seems to be the opinion of a lot of car journalists as well as myself. And it just gets a bit messy when you're trying to drive a car and you're trying to find your heating controls on a touch screen. You know, when it's on that, how do I change the controls unless I've got this dial? Without wishing to be a whinge, I like the fact this car's got dials by there, and I think every manufacturer should put them there. I've got parking sensors, as you can hear there, which are I can switch off if I want to, but it's got front and rear sensors on this particular one, which is a good thing. I've got cruise control on it. Lights, wipers, all that sort of thing are automatic on it. It's easy to drive, easy to live with, and it's done 101,000 miles, which is not a huge amount of mileage for these cars because they were built to do long motorway miles. They were built basically to be up and down the motorway all day. Now I'm going to give it a quick rev. If you're buying one of these, do that. Do it with the clutch in and with the clutch out. Listen for any changes in noise. There's no change in the noise in this car. But if you hear a rattle on that, or a rattle as you're depressing the clutch, that means that the dual mass flywheel is going. That's a £1,200 job on this car if you've got to replace the clutch and the dual mass. So you don't want to be buying a car that's got a little bit of a clatter there. It might drive okay now, but it will eventually let you down. It'll be a dual mass flywheel. So that's the one thing that I really would suggest you need to check out if you're buying a Mondeo of this age, or any Mondeo for that matter, because even going back to the older shape than this, they had a dual mass flywheel on the diesel, and it was pricey. And on the oldest ones, you'd be paying as much as the car was worth. So we've got air conditioning, we've got climate control, we've got everything we could possibly need in here. We've got loads of cup holders. It's a tried and tested interior, guys. In fact, you know, you couldn't really wish for a less offensive car in terms that it's got everything that you need. It was built for the masses. You're going to love it, but you've got the spec on this Titanium X as well. So that's why a car this size, which is averaging about 50 miles per gallon at the moment, really good on fuel, performs superbly. I mean, the performance it's got on tap is unbelievable, and I've got service history for it. In my opinion, one of the smartest buys on the market. And the mad thing is, this 63 plate Mondeo, it retails at less than the equivalent 63 plate Cougar, but to my mind it's a much nicer looking car. Much nicer looking, much better to drive. So I think it's a real shame that Ford don't make the Mondeo anymore. I mean, the lineage of this car goes right the way back to the Cortina. Your dad probably had a Cortina or a Sierra or a Mondeo at some point when you were a kid, and to me these are the modern equivalent of those cars. brilliant cars to drive, brilliant to own. Watch out for the dual mass flywheel if you're buying one other than mine. This one's all been checked over though, and it's going to come fully workshop inspected for you. We are happy to deliver this car anywhere in the UK. We're happy to take your old car as part exchange. Just give me a call. Let me know what you've got. I'll work out a good price for you. My number's 07932 873 646. It's in the right colour, it's in the right spec. If you're looking for a Mondeo, you can't go far wrong with the Titanium X diesel. So, my number one more time, 07932 873 646. Don't delay, give us a call. And of course, please give us a like, share and subscribe to our channel for more content like this, more car buying advice. In the meantime, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Have a good day.